Good morning, fellow punters. The clock on the wall says 7:40, 20 minutes from 8 o'clock. Even though the background looks like I'm somewhere else, I'm still in the same room as I was yesterday, but the lights were fierce, glaring altogether this morning. So I put on that in the background. I think they call it green screen, is it? Or some screen. I was out last night. I had 2 pints of Guinness in Reedy's. It was a bit later than usual. And a fellow driver, David, brought me out to Celtic Steps out at the Killarney Racecourse. Very entertaining show. Well recommended for anybody that wants to see it. It's something similar to River Dance. So I went out there and then went for 2 pints after. I had time on my hands yesterday evening because the tour crowd yesterday, we were on our way to Dingle, and one of them was travel sickness. So it was dinner time. We turned back the far side of Kinmare. We were in Muckross House first, and we were in Kinmare for a walkabout. We were in Quills. So we turned back, and they were going. Some of them were doing different things. There was supposed to be a bike tour yesterday, but I don't think they felt like going on bikes and whatever. So we're heading out of Dodge this morning. We're going for we want to be on the road at the latest 9:15 for the 10:30 ferry. The Cliffs of Moher as the target today. If we get that far, I hope we don't have to turn back again. Well, we can't because we'll have checked out by then. But it was the first yesterday to happen. Anyway, we had a winner yesterday in Novel Legend, Good Stair. It was a good performance, given £23 to the second horse, the 3-year-old. Just showed you had to be slightly above average to do that, because it was a power of money for the one that was second. And we were unlucky, I thought, with Strong Johnson. I thought we might have a chance. If we were only beaten by a neck, we'd probably have got it in the steward's room, because it carried us all the way across the track. But also having gone up £5, £5 for his win, didn't help. And the other one was down something like £11 or 12 from the ceiling that was at. Bit unlucky, and the other one I thought to go out in front, what to do back at the pack. Can't figure them out at times. Anyway, I have very bad internet here this morning. I'm up since before 7, it's 7:45 now, and I can't get some of the replays. They're stuttering, but we'll have a go. There's a nice maiden there today in the Curragh. There's a horse we backed last year. Over hurls, I think. No, back to the Derby, not the Derby, the amateur jockeys Derby in Pero, but it's very difficult to win with. But I was impressed with the way A Piece of Heaven finished last time. It had good bumper for him behind A Time to Share, or A Dream to Share. But behind Inniskerry the last day, it was never put into the race, but it ran on really strong. A pity this race isn't 2 miles. If it was, I'd be very sweet on it, but it's at 5-1, so it's worth an each-way shot in the hope that it at least places in the first 3, and hopefully that it may do the bizzo for the buzz. Gavin Ryan takes them on today. There is a few lurkers there, but I thought, well, let's see what price it is. It was 5s earlier. Yeah, 5-1. An each-way bet there. There's an each-way bet as well, I thought, in the 7:40 at Cork Angels Feather. It runs well at the track for Jessica. It's only a 3-year-old filly. She doesn't mind horsing them in with the older ones. But just at the track in May, good ground, 7 furlongs, similar to the conditions today. second to Summer Show. Then it was behind at a mile, um, 7th of 15, but it ran on well the last year. It was on the wide outside to 6th. It had a bit of a break, a couple of months off. So hopefully that will bring it on a bit today, that it at least get placed again. It's down to 60. What was it the last year? 63. So it's down £3. So from an initial mark of 64 down 4. Let's check the betting. Seven to 1, 5 to 1. It's an each way bet as well. Tuesday I find it very difficult the last few Tuesdays, but a one win bet then as well. We backed Partisan Hero in Galway. Finished third. It ran a good race. It was a bit wide coming around the turn, if you remember. 3-year-old gelding. It was third to Fratis. We'll give that one more chance today. And if in the event that runs well, that's in the 440. There was a horse there that finished fourth in that race, Port McGee, and that's a 20 to 1 shot in the following race. So that was just behind that, and it ran well at the track this year, over a mile. Well, we'll just quickly look at the 5:15, see what. Oh, these are open contests. As you know, they're mediocre horses. So I wouldn't go mental. Port McGee, 3-year-old, 55. When Brabazon hadn't a winner since Hannibal crossed Alice on an elephant, if I remember correctly. Gowran Park. It was fifth in that race at Booyah, but that was 9.5 furlongs, and it done no good in Killarney. But it was fourth in Galway, 8.5 furlongs. Eighth the last two, but it got around into trouble to Anamana. It dropped again, isn't it? 58 the last day, 55. Now it's a small each way bet if anyone wanted to play in that race. It's not the greatest of Tuesdays, as I said. So we'll see. The win bet would be Partisan Hero, and two each way plays A Piece of Heaven and Angel's Feather. And if in the event that Partisan Hero ran very well, Port McGee might have a chance just because it's a good enough form at the track before. Anyway, I get this in Dublin. It's 10 to 8. So bash the bookies, over and out.